hello there. I bought a webcam. It's only a rubbish, crappy, cheap one, but can you hear me? Yeah, microphone's working. But I spent the weekend because I cleaned up my PC, cleaned out the dust basically after the overheating incident last week, and I'd decided. I've got a green screen coming as well. I don't know how useful that's going to be for me. As you can see, it's spectacularly, YouTubery, live streamery background there of a light switch and a door frame and a door and incredibly old paintwork. I live in a rented house. It's not been decorated in about 30 years. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Something a bit different. One of the most random things is my microphone is here. I've just chopped it off, and it has a little red light on it, and you could see the red light in my glasses. That was weird. I've put a bit of blue tack over the top of it. It's high-tech stuff. Anyway, Dyson Sphere Program, episode 6. So last time we need to load up. So it was that late episode 5 at the end of last one. Yeah, where were we? So we were, I think, in the process of setting up Yellow Science, which is what I've called this episode. Is that right? So we got Yellow Science here, and we have Diamonds coming in. What we don't have is... What don't we have? I'm just wondering why I've got a thing of... I think this was just the off run, wasn't it? Because what I was going to do, I was going to feed in some, the carbon... what does it call it? Activated carbon. Now, was I intending to set this up first, or were we going to the other planet first? Because what we need to do, and I'm sure I explained this properly last time, is we need titanium. And you cannot... Well, you can get very, very tiny amounts of titanium on your home planet. Basically, randomly, you get a little bit from rocks. But, well, what we actually need to do is this titanium crystal, which is why we need the organics and blah, blah, blah. What I'm tempted to do is go straight to the other planet and, set things up, or try and set things up a bit over there. To do that, I probably need to restock a bit. What we should really do... I've got coffee as well. What we should really do is get a load of solar panels. Solar panels are really good for the ice planet. I've mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of doing the whole belt thing. Well, I guess it would that be that way. On the planets, I think it's a lot of space, a lot of resources invested for not really much benefit, really. But on the ice planet, can I show it in the solar system? Here we go. On the ice planet, where is it? Iota, where are you? There you go. Iota Aguirre 4. It has very little coal, and they do that intentionally. Now we don't have any oil. There shouldn't be any oil. No, it doesn't even seem to list it. That's interesting. There shouldn't be any oil either, basically. So you end up with a planet, and it'll have a there you go. So a wind energy ratio of 70%, solar energy ratio of 52%. That's relative to this planet, relative to our sort of home planet. And basically that means that wind is 70% efficiency, so we won't get as much power out of our wind things, and we won't get as much power out of our, we get half the amount of solar energy. So it is kind of, if you're going to do a belt, this is the sort of planet to do it on. Personally, as I say, I'm more a fan of you do a big solar field and stick some batteries around it, but we won't get them for a while. But the thing with this planet is until we have like interplanetary logistics, we kind of don't need that much power. you can just sort of set up with what cog you've got and a bit of solar, and that will get us loads and loads of titanium ore and silicon ore. The other stuff, you know, I mean, eventually we will need to mine those resources, but whether or not, because we could set up some production for solar panels on this planet, because obviously we've got iron ore, copper ore, silicon, which is all you need. I think that's the sum total of what you need for solar panels. So we could do that, yeah, because that's iron and copper, and where are they? And that's for silicon, which there's loads of on that planet. They're iron and copper, and that's more copper. But you see, the copper's not actually that much. Yeah. So what I will do, I will go back to our. Now, where is it? Where's our big storage area? In fact, how much fuel have we got? So we could grab some more of these. So we've got a good few of them. And this is our production area, isn't it? So if we make sure we've got... Yeah, I'll do. What we'll end up doing is leaving a load of it on the other planet. Because we'll be bringing stuff back, but we might as well ferry over, you know, a whole load of stuff for us to use eventually later on. How many of them have we got? They got a full stack of them, haven't we? So glass. What about glass? Might as well top that off. Oh, and stone. Yeah, let's take 3 of them. And silicon we kind of don't really need to take with us because we'll be setting some production up over there. And small storage. Well, go on then. Just a minute. We don't need them at all. Because obviously there's no oil on there. I guess there's water, but you don't really need water for anything. Take some prisons with us. We're nearly full. How many of them have I got? Not quite a stack, so we'll take a stack of them. How many of them got a stack of them? Motors got a stack of motors. But yeah, we need to take some solar panels. And have I got a stack of them? No, yeah, I have now. And I've got a stack of them already, haven't I? So what we can do is we can just plop. We're obviously full. But we can just plop a chest over here, and the things we really don't need. So we're not going to need chemical plants or refineries. We're going to need lots of them though. We'll just make them over there. We don't need fluid storage. We don't really need fast inserters, but we'll take them anyway. Got steel. Oh, I didn't grab any steel, did I? Oh, belts. I might as well top that belt off. Where's belts? There's belts. Might as well top that off. Cool. So that's full effectively. You see, I could actually set some solar panel production up, but it means doing quite a bit of belt spaghetti. I've come up with a bit of a design of how to do what I'll probably end up doing. I'm still undecided whether on stream to finish off all of the, because I was mining all of these patches last time, whether to finish that off stream. I didn't really play this. I didn't really play anything this weekend. I was a bit shattered for some reason. Yeah, okay. So let's head off. So I'm sure I've explained this before, but just in case I haven't, how we go interplanetary is you double hit space to fly, and then you hold space. You have to be moving forward as well. You can't just like ascend vertically. You have to actually be sort of flying forward. And we'll do that until it'll give us a flash up a prompt saying, you know, you've switched to solar sail mode. And in solar sail mode, I should try looking at the camera and stuff, shouldn't I, if I'm talking to people? In solar sail mode, basically your controls change. So it goes from being W to push like forward, you know, to fly forward, and space to increase your height, to shift key, increasing your speed, and then W points you at the direction of your cursor, because the type of control system, it sort of shifts to more like tank controls, if that makes sense. Whereas with this, it's more sort of standard WASD, you know, dissociated from your cursor. It takes some practice. It took me about 5 or 6 goes to actually get in, you know, interplanetary. Particularly, it tends to. There's a bit of a gravitational effect, basically. So it's not full on. You're not doing proper full on gravity wells. You can do slingshots and stuff, but it's not full on gravity wells. So you know, you sort of do get pulled back into the planet by gravity, so you have to try and get escape velocity and get away. But once you're away, and a fair distance away, it sort of starts ignoring gravity. I've definitely explained that before, because I'm about to make the same comparison. It's not Kerbal Space Program. You don't have to worry about it to that degree. Okay, so let's get airborne. So we're in flight mode. So we hold space, and then we get that message that we've gone solar sail. So we increase speed, we shift. You have to be very close. Have I been to this planet? The trouble is I've lost track, really, because so what we want to do is find our thing, use Q to point us at the planet we want to go to. I say I have a feeling I've probably been over here, have I? If not, because I've been back and forth on my testing planet, like loads and loads. So I might have done it, I might not have done. But anyway, basically what we want to do is we want to hold shift to accelerate. You see it's got 1.84 AU. That means astronomical units, but it's not really. It sort of fudges the maths. It's whereas it says there, it's only 10,000 meters. So that's it's flipped to. Oh no, that's because that was from the planet. So it's now saying we're 0.2829 away from where we started. That's our nearest astronomical body. But what you need to do, the bottom line, that is the battery charge, your sort of store power. You want to keep a reserve of that, because that's also how you correct your trajectory and also slow down. And if you are going too fast, it will effectively bounce you off the planet. You know, it won't automatically sort of crash you into the planet. Now, when you land, it is basically like crashing. But yeah, it won't automatically do that. You have to actually sort of slow down and point it towards the surface. Okay, so let's speed up. Oh, there we go. Not sure why it was doing anything then. There we go. So we want to keep about sort of 1/3 to 1/4 of our battery. Now, as we upgrade further, you know, when we get better researches, we'll have a higher top speed, and we can accelerate quicker and stuff like that. It calls this solar sail speed, or it describes this as solar sail, but from what I can tell, there is no actual, you know, solar sail like, you know, the astronomical, you know, flight system. So the battery is recovering quite quickly. I guess we've got sufficient upgrades that it will recover quite quickly. So we could do a little bit more speed, get ourselves up to about 1,000 meters per second. And you see we've basically already crossed it. Now you can be, you know, quite clever with if you want to, because obviously this is out here. I need to be careful here because yeah, so I need to slow down. Slow down is just the S key, so backwards. And you see we've already used up, you know, most of our reserve power. Now it tries to put you into an orbit, but if you can get it. It does do it sometimes, but a lot of the time it's just like you basically crash into the planet, basically. Okay, so what we need to do is work out. I haven't been here before. I haven't built anything. I might have flown over just to show you, maybe. But we need to work out where is going to be best. So let's have a look at this planet in terms of its sort of orientation. There's the sun. So it does have an offset, doesn't it? But it's not too much, because it does say down here, so orbit inclination is just 8 degrees. So the very poles, I'd go it'll be 8 degrees away from the pole, but that's sort of irrelevant. So the very, very top will have a period, sort of half the year, where it's not getting sun, but most of the rest of it will always have sun. And this is why I think the poles are a good place to put your solar panels, because and you could also plop down wind turbines there as well, because even if the orbital inclination is much higher, it's a much higher angle, it will just mean that the bottom of the planet is in sun for longer, where the other side isn't, if you see what I mean. So although you are plopping down resources, not getting anything, the other side to it is that your equator is a really good place to do your building. It's a really good place to build factories and all that sort of stuff. And if you want to do a belt around the middle isn't a bad place to do it, because it's a nice place to organise it. I don't recommend buses. I don't think this game suits buses. I think they're far too much effort and resources for the benefit you get. What you want to do is rush towards logistics bots and use a logistics bot system, almost like a factory town, like where you have a local production of particular materials, and you move all of your underlying components to it with bots, because you can quickly upgrade bots, even with like red, blue, and yellow science, and so that they become quite effective, and they're not that expensive to build. They don't, well, from what I can tell, they don't run out of, they don't blow up or have a lifetime or anything like that. Anyway, so what we need to do, that's the wrong view, isn't it? There we go. What we need to do is decide where we're going to build, what we're going to build. I didn't make any. Did I make any of them? No, I was going to make some of them, because what we really want to do is make a few of these and go and tap the well, it's probably one, might be two coal reserves we've got. Right, so where are those coal reserves? That's what we want to do first. Over here, there's one there. Is that it? Have we only got one site? We have. Yeah, so it's around there. So where's that in relation to us? Other side of the planet. Okay. It's quite expensive with your fuel as well. Going planet to planet, but you've got loads of coal, and you get, and as you've seen, you get carbon out of oil, which oil is infinite. Yeah, I mean hydrogen's a better fuel to use, but I say from my perspective, I don't think it matters that much. Right, so we want our things now. We're just going to have one laddie. Yeah, let's just have the one laddie, and we'll do our little thing.
One of your production facilities is not powered. I know. You need to keep it within the power coverage area.
Yes,
and supply it with power facilities in order to maintain its normal works.
I know. So we'll do that. Now these lads are only 70% efficient, so the wind strength is only 70%, so it reduces the maximum amount of power that you can get out of a single solar wind turbine. Now 36, I think actually we could get two belts worth, couldn't we? Because that transports 6 a second, which is 6 is 36, 360. Hey, 6 a second. And that was, what was it? Because you get... I think we'll be alright with one thing. So we'll use some... I don't want to go too close to any good resources. So if we do them at the top... So we do that, that.
You have a building without recipe set.
Yes.
Please set the recipe you want. After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
So it sounds like all the tutorials might have been reset. I know they were... I mean, they're constantly updating the game, so... I'm guessing that's why, as it were. So, we then want to come back again. Take this up here. So this is... Come on. And then we use, as he says, the... set all of that up. They need some sort of blueprinting system for the game. Is that not? Or is that just saying there's not enough power? Yeah, it's saying there's not enough power. Okay, so we want our power... Helps if you click on the right thing. We want our actual things here. Let's do a double in. That. Have you got fuel now? No? No fuel. Okay, so that should be power. Now we've got to decide where we're going to... Well, actually, as we're up here, we might as well plop in... Actually, let's plop that in. And then... see if we can't do... Is that going to be too close? Yeah. So what about there? So what was that? That's... Is that 2 out or 1, 2 out? Yeah. 2 out. 2 out. And then this should be 2 out again. 2 out. By 2 out, I mean 2 out from, you know, the major line that it's putting on. So that's a little diamond shape again. And how far down do we want to go? We want to go there. So it connects everything up. So it's this line, isn't it? That line there. They're really pretty, the ice planets, I think. There's also like our other planet in our solar system is a fire planet, basically. Well, there's also the gas giant. I mean, I haven't actually been to other solar systems. The gas giant in your It's just a blue blob, basically. So there, that's iron. That's titanium. We ideally want to go for one where we've got 2 titanium. Oh, that's iron. Where's all our silicon? That's silicon there, but in the middle of nowhere. That's silicon. We could do something here. And where's that in relation to us? That's around the other side, isn't it? So, is that it? So if we go, if we fill in this, would it be better? Yeah, so if we follow this meridian down, is that right? So we go down here, connect our 2 poles. Oh, it's going to be difficult to tell how far down to do it. So, where is the connection point for you? There, basically. So it's that one. Right, slap bang in the middle of. Will you let me build it? No, you won't. Okay. Put it there. So if this is. Yeah. Confuse myself then. So this is our line here. So if we come over here, then we can tap these 3, can't we? That's nice and simple. So if I go up the top. See what I mean? This blue ice is really pretty, I think. So we're going to need a bunch more of them. Should have made them beforehand, but oh well. Who needs planning, eh? Who needs planning? I like that it tells you how long it takes, you know, how many things you got queued up, and how long it's going to take you to make them. How is that connected on one side but not connected on the other? That doesn't make any sense. I must have got something wrong somewhere. Maybe this is too close? Did I not connect it? Oh, I just did it based on the connecting to them, didn't I, rather than connecting to the thing itself. Okay. Fine. So presumably pop these in. Yeah, here we go. So it's 2 past, wasn't it? Is that right? And then 2 past here. Cool. How's our bot power doing? Okay. Right. Shall we build here? Yeah, let's do that. So it's some titanium there. I am titanium. I'm gonna need more mining things, aren't I? Where the heck is it? There it is. How many do we actually want to pop on? So if I do there, and then say maybe gonna work with me? Overlaps quite a lot, doesn't it, that one? Ooh, no. Okay. And one here, maybe, yeah. So what's actually not covered then? Let's do that. Right, so let's pop in some windy turbines. As we know, they don't produce. Don't produce as much power as they do on our home planet, but it's all helps a little, and we're not going to be using this space particularly. It's not actually powered, that one, so let's pop one in there. There we go. Now, where do we actually want to do? Well, let's go and mine this one first as well. So let's do a nice chunky one there. That's good coverage. And then like that, maybe. Yeah, that's cool. Power things, of course. Pop the old doobies round. Fine. Cool. And then let's go and tap this silicone as well. That's all right. Cool. And then our windy pops. Cool. Okay. So if we've got that one there, that one there, so we could potentially. We want the, because to make titanium, it's just very simple. It's just smelting basically. So it's you just smelt bits of titanium into titanium ingots basically. It's nothing. It's not a complicated recipe or anything. It's just the fact that it's away on a distant planet. So what we could do is we can have two lots of smelting. We'll have one here and one from here and one from here. And where do we want to put the actual lines? So if we put the line, because what we want to do is leave room for interplanetary logistics stations. We want to be able to load them up when we eventually get them, so that we can get our logistics robots basically transporting the stuff for us. So we don't want to put things in, a position where we can't slap down those logistics stations. And also we want to try and work with our meridian lines. So maybe if I have all of these come out to the top, we can do our thing again. We can also have our storage chest where we put everything in. Get it all going into storage chests. How do I want to arrange that? In fact, if we turn on the power grid, I can see that a bit better. So if I have this here, and then we have one there, and then one there, and then we can have these two come into the side. If I've got my orientations correct. So we want, that one doesn't look like it's connected. But, not put the bits of belt on. See, it's flickering on and off because there's not enough power to run it all really. Okay. Want to give ourselves a little bit of headroom as always, just in case we end up with stuff in our inventory that we want to get rid of. So, if we I'm thinking we have the line come out here. Yeah, because then if we need it to be really long, we've got plenty of room to do that. And also we can have a second one come out like that if we want to. So we want, oops, wrong way. One of them, I guess one of these probably. We want to plop down another wind turbine to cover those, if we can. Yeah, there we go. So actually probably two. I could make one of them, couldn't I? It's quite expensive. Like, no, I can't actually because I've not got the stuff. So let's just make a few more of them. Pop another one of them on. And then we want smelters. Let's leave a bit of a gap here. And then 1, 2, 3. Take them out. Oh, they added sound effects for you picking stuff up. And the machines as well have now got some different sound effects. That's too close. then from memory it's 6 things that it can support, because these take 2 each. I think they take 2 seconds, don't they? Is that the recipe? So it's 2 seconds, but it takes 2, so it needs 1 a second basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the belt does 6 per second. So with a level 1 belt, it can support 6 smelters, I think. It can get a bit wobbly. Oh, there's another sound they added. And if we bring it back this way, this is a Factorio trick basically. Of what you do is you have normally a Factorio you're talking about on a bus, but the basic idea is you have the material coming that you want to process going one way, okay, and make sure there's a gap behind it so you've got loads of room to expand. And then the material that it's producing you have come the other way, and you can send it down if you need to do further things with it, or add it to a bus or whatever. Then you've got the room to do that, so you're not crossing yourself. You go down, so you go, away from wherever you're gathering it, processing it and taking it back again. And so we need to have temporarily, because obviously we will eventually actually have a interplanetary logistics station here, but for the time being we will simply put it into a chest, and we'll actually double stack. In fact, I might triple stack this. Although I'm going to have 2, aren't I? So oh, of course they need the actual material to be able to do anything, don't they? Yeah, it really needs like a blueprinting system, because it can get a bit boring doing this same basic thing over and over again, if I'm totally honest. So 10, 10. So you're filling up. Yeah. So it should be able to support 6 with a single line like this. We'll have to see whether it really does or not. We do want a bit of headroom in this in case we need to dump ingots in here. Okay, so they're making those. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and then we'll set up basically the same thing, and I will try to do it in reverse. So is it connected, by the way? It's all connected together? Yeah. How is our power network looking? So we have a maximum capacity of 17.5. So we should be alright to do all 3 of these things. Yeah, so I can never remember how big the logistics thing is, but we'll leave plenty of space, because you feed it with belts anyway, so we just need to leave enough space that we've got room to work basically. So if we say that we have a storage here that we feed with gubbins, and then we output here, now I'm going to break the rule I was just talking. Am I going to break the rule? No, let's stick with it, and we will have it come that way and stick it in a storage here. Although I obviously say, I might put the thing there. That will give us a lot more room to bring other stuff in, if that's the way we want to do it. Yes, so I need to leave a bit of room here as per the other place. And then plop that down. And then we want the power connector. Recipe should still be there. Yep. And we want 3. I've explained this before. I usually put 3 together and then have a power thing. and sometimes it's a massive overlap, sometimes it's literally the maximum that you can cover, and that's just a reflection of the whole curvature of your planet, which is never something you have to account for in Satisfactory or Factorio, but it's vitally important here. What are you moaning about? So I want an extra wind thing there, and we want some outputs, and then I'll put this, where am I going to put this? If I put this here, does that work? Not sure it can get power, not all of them can get power there. Can I cover it with another tin turbine? I can, so I'll plot one in. Why are you not doing anything? Oh, because I haven't connected that. I have to do that first, don't I? There's no material. We can't produce anything. Put out a little buffery bit. So if we have there. 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 Probably take it around the back, actually. This noise is actually quite useful because I mentioned in a previous stream that it can be a bit difficult to work out whether you're actually sort of connecting properly with the belts when you're trying to deconstruct them, and that little noise really helps you, you know, helps you work that out. Probably plop that in there. So that's going around the back. Oh, I didn't connect that. How many did I put on the other one? It's just 2, isn't it? I need. Well, I put 3 on, but it's probably overkill. But get rid of that. So they're both chunking away on titanium. See, we've already got a stack. Got more than we can technically carry at the moment. But what we'll do, we'll go and tap the silicon vein that's nearby. That one over there. So if we have material come here, yeah, didn't have a very good, as I say, a very good weekend. Sunday in particular, I was just completely shattered all day. I don't really know why. Don't know if it was a stress thing, maybe. Because things aren't bad at work in any way, shape, or form, but it's a bit of a weird period of time at work. Why isn't that connected at the end? See, I don't get why it does some of that sometimes. It's a bit random. Oh, well, whatever. So they're now going into there. So if we have an output from here, and feed it back this way, and leave a bit of a gap as per. And pop these in. Isn't silicon smelting something ridiculous, like 10 bits of ore? Oh, it's 10 bits of stone to make the raw silicon. But the actual that... Oh, it's just the same as titanium. 2 and 2. Okay, so it should support the same number. Cool EO. And there. So this needs to be silicone. Oh! Hit V then rather than the copy. Right, pop this. Well, oh, you're trapped on the thingy. Yeah, if you weren't doing that very much, you know, you're just doing 1 or 2 of them, you know, for an entire planet or something. Let's put them in parallel. It wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so bad, but you're kind of building dozens, if not hundreds, of these machines. Is that lined up? And it gets a bit tedious having to do them all by hand. Oh, missed. Do that. Put our little safety buffer in there. And we need to output. Oh, that's annoying. Are they going to be powered? Yeah, okay. That's cool. I think I'm streaming this at the wrong time of day. I think the people who would be watching it, because it does get watches, but like after the fact, well, it gets clicks anyway. So I suspect I should be. The click and the viewers tend to be. If you're viewing this, do say hello in the comments. But they tend to be in the evening. Also, I think I might switch to. I've said this on the last stream. Switch to Twitch, even though I'm an old person, I don't really understand Twitch. People actually do seem to watch stuff over there. I think YouTube's quite good if you've already got an audience. You know, if you've already got lots of people who watch, you know, regular videos that you make, or you've established a brand or whatever. But I think Twitch is probably better if you're a newbie. So the question really is, do we set up some local production? Because what we could make is we could make solar panels in particular. Because we got everything. We got iron, we got copper, and we got silicon. They're not going to rob the titanium out from under us. And it gives us a chance to. There we go. Give us a chance to sort of do the whole belt thing, or some kind of solar arrangement. You see, with these ice planets, you have great big areas with nothing on them, so you can just spam in a load of solar panels and, as I say, the batteries when you get them. I mean, I think doing a belt might be a little tricky. Anyway, because we've got some patches nearby. It'd be nice to sort of show you one of those, even if, I say, I don't think they're a good idea as such. Shall we set up some local production? How much power we got spare? Probably need to put some more, you know, power generation down to support it. Anyway, is there a nice spot with iron, copper? Well, how many copper veins do we actually have? Is it just the one? I thought there was a second one. So there's copper there, and is that it? Is that all the copper? It is all of the copper. Okay, so and they're all titanium, aren't they? Isn't there some iron nearby? Not really. So we could tap that copper and belt it over here. Tap one of these iron and belt it over here. Shall we do that? Oh, we've got plenty of belts. I made sure I brought plenty of belts. Oh, go on. Go on then. So this should be, we should be able to do this with one mining machine. And if we pop down some windy poos. And then, what direction am I going? If I go up, I could actually, it makes some sense to convert it to copper plate first, wouldn't it? You know, to do that here, as it were, rather than send the copper plate over, because we don't need that. In fact, I don't think I need batteries, do I? So I can do the same with the iron plate as well. Okay. So it wants to go up there. Some up where? And then set the recipe to copper plates. So not enough power. Let's connect you to the main grid. How short are we? We're bouncing around at about what power we've got. So, if we want to take it over there, where's a good place to take it? If we... How do I want to arrange this? Because what I need to make circuits. The actual... These take 3 ingredients, don't they? The copper plate, silicon... I guess not plates, ingots. Just calls them high purity silicon, okay. And circuits. And circuits, of course, are made from that and that. So, So if I... because where's the iron? Iron ore's over there, isn't it? So... what I could do... I can have the silicon come out here. And then copper is along there. Does that make sense? Yeah, and if I put a splitter here, splitter there. Is that too close, or it's probably a bit close to do that? There. Put that splitter there. Is that the right type? Yeah, that's fine. Because what we'll do, we'll have a... in fact, actually, I could measure it out properly, couldn't I? If I have... if I want the circuits there, then... in fact, I don't need to do a splitter at all, do I? Because if I have the circuits here... what's my ratios? What's my ratios? So that takes 5 seconds to make and requires 4 circuits. Each circuit only requires... well, only requires half a second. So, because in 1 second you get 2, so they only take half a second to make. So in 5 seconds, you're going to have 10 of them. So we could support multiple machines with multiple circuit makers. Question really is around 5 seconds. I reckon we could probably support sort of, well, at least 2, probably more like 3, which works for our power thingy. So these are making circuits. These are making the actual solar panels. How many do we want? Probably want a good couple of rows. Although they stack in like 50s, don't they? But then if we're going to fully belt, you end up... I say, and this is why I'm not the biggest fan of doing this. You end up... you need loads. I mean, like, loads. Well, they're quite slow, aren't they? So, if that's copper coming in there... no, that'll be circuits coming in there. What's the most heavily used one? 664, so yeah, we don't really need a double speed one on there, but probably do on these. Yeah, the clicky noise is really useful for knowing whether you've clicked on a belt or not. So, this is silicon coming out of here. Oh! No? So that'll be silicon coming out of there. I think that's fast enough, isn't it? Probably. And then this will be machines making circuits. Should we put... let's put room for 3. I don't think we need 3. And so this is the output. And then this is the input. Well, that's copper, you see, so it's going to take copper. Actually, no, let's just put 2 in. And then we also want iron plate. Coming up from down south somewhere. Actually, might. Oh no, that'll probably work. So you're going to make skirkets. Where's skirkets? Skirkets is a component. Oh, no. I'm putting them. So we want the input. Oops. Oh, got the wrong thing. There, gonna need more of these. Okay, so let's get these belt laid. Might actually not have enough belt. How are we doing? So that's all go. Right, so what we want to do now is... No? There maybe? Yeah. Is... bring up some iron. Excuse me. How many... I've got 8. So, we want these to be outputting, say, here. So, we need to be inputting there, really. So, we want... managed to be in the way. Okay, well done. And pop that there, say. If we let's just do it up here. Oh, lack of item. Okay. Oh, itchy. Itchy. So I think we bought 800 belt with us, but you see we've run out. Takes loads, but if you, and this is why all the part of the reason for thinking theory crafting wise that perhaps main bus is not necessarily the best way to go. Is that going to be powered? It's powered, but not enough power. Got one there and one there, and one there, and another one there. And where's our... here we go, there's a connector. Oh, well, probably connect with the other bits, will it not? Production. So, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I've not done the whole buffery thing with these because, you know, I mean, we don't really need to bother. So they've not got enough power. Why are you not connecting? Pop it there. And we want one of these. Where do I want to put it? Just put it there. Can I connect it to both? No. Never mind. So how short are we on generation capacity? 18.9. So really we should pop down the rest of these turbines. You're all making stuff. A full line coming out here. And are you making circuits for me? You are. See, it's flickering on and off because it's hitting maximum. Are you getting them fast enough? Do you want a? It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because they're not, or are they? Are you getting everything you need? You are, aren't you? Because these are so quick, you actually need to supply them with either, you know, a level 2 or 2 level 1s. See, now it's building up. Oh, there's no output. Okay. Actually, well, they're probably backed up rather than... Because they take 5 seconds each, don't they? Is that going to be enough? That's probably enough. Oh no, they only stacked to 20, not 50. Okay, let's just leave a little bit of room then. I thought they stacked to 50 for some reason. So, we've got 40 solar panels. If we head back up north, then we can... I could never remember how best to do these. It's that, I think. No, maybe not. Is that right? And you can get 5 in, I think. Yeah. That didn't look right. Something's gone wonky there. Let's just put them up the, you know, cardinal directions. And then okay. We should intense it because it's, you know, the pole is not in the sun, as it were, if you see what I mean. So, I was sure I could get 2 in before. Yeah, it's telling me it collides for some reason. Oh well. Never quite seems to work as I would expect it to. I don't really know why. Yes, so we had... which line are we on? We're on that line there. We're on this line here. No? Is that wrong then? Oh. And we want to go down here. I'm almost sort of filling for time in a sense, because what we really want is as much titanium as we can carry, really. Some more of these, aren't we? What's the line? The line is that one. Oops, missed. Do need to be a little careful because we don't want to run out of power. Well, I guess I've got to always pinch it from some of them. In fact, actually, let's do that. Okay. So I've only done 2 of the lines, but they're all the way down. That'll do us. So that's almost full, and I'm sure with the other one it will be full. Okay, so what we can do then is we will just plop down a chest. We'll pop it over by the solar panels. And we will basically leave, well, pretty much everything. What do we want to keep with us? Probably not much of anything. We don't really need. If I could take some silicon with us, if there's some in there. I don't know. I don't really need to because I've got the other stuff, haven't I? So no, leave that there. Leave that. We'll keep them. I might keep them because they're just a bit of a pain to make. But we could leave storage chest, that's no problem. And I guess assembly machines. Are we going to be doing a lot of assembly on this planet? Probably not. So leave Tesla towers and wireless powers, and might as well leave miner machines and smelters because we'll be using them. And we can put that back in there. So that's the space we've got. So we want to see if we have enough titanium to fill us up, which I suspect we will. So there's a bit of space left there. Space there. Have I got emergency gaps in both of them? Yeah, I have. Okay, so we have essentially a almost full inventory of titanium. So we need to head back to our planet. Which is where? Which direction are we going to end up flying? Let's see if we can be a bit smarter about this. So it's going to be that way. Which I can't tell which way that was. I think that was... So if that's north... And then... So it's around the other side of the planet, isn't it? So, yeah. So we want to be heading north, basically. Ish. Same deal again. Space to go up. Hit shift once you get it and send yourself vertical. You know, send yourself into an orbit. These are that's a star, by the way. See where it says light years. You have to get warps to take you across to other planet, other solar system, other, you know, are they solar systems? Yeah, I suppose they are, aren't they? So let's get ourselves heading home. It's quite quick. I think they've balanced it quite well. And I say you can get more upgrades that'll give you even higher speeds and stuff. And you can use... Can you? I was just wondering if warps worked in solar system. I think they do. I'm pretty sure. I bet that's basically where I've got to on my testing map, where I'm trying to set up interplanetary logistics. You can actually, the Q and the R key, the other controls, rotate it, so it's like rotating in the plane of the thing, which can help you with orientation, but it doesn't make a lot of difference when you're actually flying. So S slows you down, and A rotates your robot lad, but as you can say, it uses a lot of juice to do that. So I usually tend to try and use the cursor to point myself. Now you can move the cursor around. It's only when you press the Q key that it will head towards the cursor. Again, it's an interesting control scheme. Let's speed up a bit more, since we've got quite a good recharge and plenty of fuel on board. I do like that the sound drops out. It's quite a nice touch when you're outside of an atmosphere. So we want to be slowing down. I'm plummeting headfirst into our planet. I hope they don't add, like, you know, crash damage or anything, because it's going to be a bit of a pain if we have to sort of work out how to... Oops. No. How to properly insert into interplanetary orbits. That would be a bit of a pain in the bum. I'm just trying to juice myself up a bit so I can fly to our other area. Now, where is everything? as I said on previous streams, I would quite like a pinning system, because there's no, you know, although this is a, you know, sort of a terrestrial planet, it's very different, because it's like, it's clearly, you know, it's generating the terrain using a noise function. You know, it's not making continents or anything, and it ends up, therefore, the whole planet's a bit generic. So it's easy to get sort of lost. It becomes a bit easier when you've got the logistics ones, because you have at least then got a nice thing that sticks out, you know, a long way from the horizon to aim for. And when you've got your big stacks of research labs. How are we doing fuel wise? Okay. Where are we actually heading? We want to go... Where's our labs? Here we go. So we want to be somewhere. What the heck have I done there with my power thing? Because that should be the line coming in for... And I've put a blooming power pole in the way. What a plonker. We're all juiced up. Okay, so let's grab some... oh, I can't, can I? Because I'm full. Okay. So let's go over to our labs. Work out where we're going to place this container of titanium that we've basically brought over. So say there... Oh, I haven't got any. But the belt should go there. On the inside, I think. Of this one. Or was I going to do something else? Because I put those 2 chemical labs down, didn't I? Where have they gone? Oh, I was going to do it on the other side, was I? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, of course I was going to bring down... do a split, so I'm going to have to do a... over the top at some point. That's, I mean, it's not too much of a problem, but... Okay. Where do we want to put... Well, I can't put, can I? Because I haven't got... I can put a bit of room, but I can't make... I can't make any storage chests because I haven't got the materials. So, I need to find my thing first. There we go. So I can grab some more storage material, storage chests, which are over here, aren't they, somewhere? That's the small one. Where's the large one? Is it over here? Here we go. Let's grab them, and then we can pop. Pop them in a chest over here somewhere. If we put the chest here, maybe. Yeah, this will do. Let's put these in there. Grab them. And that. Okay, so we now need to fly properly back to our area with all our resources being made. Our supplies, rather, being made. And top ourselves up, given everything is away on a different planet somewhere. So we want, say, 4 of them, 3 of them, 3 of them, 3 of them. Oops. Yeah, 3 of them will do. And And then we want some steel, a couple of them. Let's just top that off. We want bricky bricks. We want glass. We want... oh, go on, let's take a couple of them. If you're offering, don't really need them because we've got that. Now we want them, probably all of them. Certainly a couple of them. Oops. All of them. All of them. One of them. One of them. Oh, I didn't really need the assemblers, did I? Put them away. Okay. Might make a few of these while we're in transit. Okay, so, oops, what I need to do then. I don't need to do it, but I want to bring some of those carbon nanotubes over here. Oh, they're not. Sorry, they're not carbon nanotubes. They're activated carbon. Cool. Actually, if we prioritise going that way. Make sure it's got stuff for blue, and then make sure that's getting stuff going in there. Did I get? I didn't get any fuel, did I? It's quite close though, I think, isn't it? Is it north? Because that's diamonds. Wait, I got steel production here as well. Oh well. I'm not sure why I'm making steel there. Where's our power stuff? Oh wait, is it? It was that way, was it? No, that's diamonds. That's our thingy. Where the heck is our power area? Here it is. Did I just walk straight past it? Right. So, neck open. How short are we? Cool. Okay. Right. Now we're ready. Okay, so the question is, how are we going to lay this out? Have I got some water pumps? Or... No, I haven't. Let's make some water pumps then. I'll make 5, I don't need 5. But... And then what about chemical labs? I've got 3 on me, and there's 2 there, so we should make some more of them. And... don't need smelters, do I? For this. So basically, I'm sure I explained this before, you take refined oil and graphite and turn it into plastic, and then you take that plastic with more refined oil and water to make the organic crystals, and then in assemblers we combine the organic crystals and the titanium to make our titanium crystals. It takes quite a lot of titanium compared to how much organic crystals you need. But we need to arrange all of this. Would I have been better? I probably would have been better taking that up, wouldn't I? So that I could then come down there with that. So if we say that, because if these are, I think the ratio is 1:1, is my memory. And we don't really, as far as I know, we don't need organic crystals to do anything other than make titanium. Well, certainly we don't at this stage. Because what we can do, you see, we can make plastic and input it directly into the organic crystals machine. Does the ratio work? One of those takes 3 seconds to make one of them, and to make one of those requires 2 and takes 6 seconds. So it's a 1:1 ratio, you see, effectively. So what we can do then, let's plan it out without connecting anything up. And how many of those are we actually going to need? If we want one of those a second, and they take 4 seconds each to make, that means we need 4 of these. It's not actually correct, because this machine runs at 0.75 of your speed, so actually it's not fast enough. But eventually we'll be replacing it with higher level machines. So if that is making organic crystals, titanium crystals rather, then it needs, and we want 4 organic crystals a second, and they take 6 seconds each. Is that right? That's not right, is it? We want 1 every 4 seconds. No, I'm making them 1 a second, so I need 1 a second. But they take 6 seconds to make. So I need 6 machines doing that. Have I got enough labs? I don't think I've got enough labs. Where's labs? There we are. So I need 6 of these, which means belting them as well. I could do a sort of a direct insertion setup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the same with these. So I could directly insert them, but it's not really going to work properly. So if we go this way and we go, this is the titanium coming in. They're too far up, aren't they? Well, yeah, we'll have to see. But we can direct insert here. But we need other stuff, don't we? How much other stuff? Oh, both water and refined oil. Okay. So, given these are quite slow to make, what we can actually do is, yeah, we need that. Oops. 1 up. And then, so coming in here now is the titanium. As long as that works. So that would be titanium. And then this would be organic crystals. The organic crystals would be coming out of there. But they also need, do they need, does plastic need water? No. So we can have the water. Oh, of course, that's all backwards. Because what we can do, we can have the crude oil coming up here and sort of going in. Oh, you need to build it for me, lads. So that was the output, wasn't it? And this is water then. Oh. be better, I think, to have the water coming the other way, wouldn't it? It would be... I'm going to belt spaghetti this at some point, no matter what I do, really. Because we've got kind of too many lines, really. So if this is the carbon coming in, do I want to move it all one down? I probably do, don't I? So if that was the carbon coming in, that's a bit annoying. So this is the carbon. Two. And then this is the crude oil. In fact, a power thing's going to fit in between these, because I know... Yeah, there we go. It's sort of quite generous. The corners sort of don't count with the model, basically. I don't think you can do 3, you can do 2, yeah. So this is... These are making plastic. And they also need crude oil. I should really save some. I should, you know, overproduce it and save some plastic. Really. So if we did output properly, that would make sense, wouldn't it? So this is the carbon coming in. Also means I don't have to worry too much with the fact that this is all kind of wonky now. In terms of trying to do the direct insertion. I'm going to say I don't think I need what are you colliding with? Does that all make sense? Well, actually, so if this is carbon, then we want to output here, and this is my inputs. Carbon. Oh, I haven't copied the recipe. I need to copy the recipe. And then this is going to be our... Now, shall I do this half height trick? Yeah, go on then. So it has been discovered that you can do like half height belts. And basically what you do is you build the initial bridge and then you chop it back, and I think it's just there, and then you bring it back down again. Or was it one more? I think I might have started that too early. Let's go up. No, are you connecting? There you go. Yeah, I started that too late. Too early, rather. So it's 2, I believe. There you go. So we do that, and then we take these out, and then you connect. You can connect. There you go. Connect to that, and back down to the surface, and it's just a little hump, basically. You can actually do it across 2, but you have to have the belt in already. You can't put the belt in because that jumps over 2 basically. But it's half height is kind of the point, and it's just a lot easier to fit it in, because this thing where you have to go up to a full, full elevation point, it requires that. I'm going to point at the screen. It requires that the 3 squares to get up. So I can't. It requires a certain amount of distance to get above, and that's on both sides. So although we have actually got the room, it allows you to fit sort of things in a bit better, and of course you can still go over it as well now. So we can still, is that elevated? So I can still go over the top of that half height belt. Now whether that's a well, let's not call it a bug, whether that's an unintended feature is a question I will not be discussing at this time. I suspect they probably didn't intend for that to be a feature, and you can the reason I suspect that is that you can actually, if you delete it right back, then it allows you to like cross the belt in a sort of a breaking the three-dimensional space way. It literally passes through the other belt, and that's clearly a bug, an unintended feature. And so I suspect that behaviour is unintended as well. Now whether they'll then, whether they're fussed, as it were, and they'll want to remove it, I don't know. But yeah, I suspect that's not how it's meant to operate. So it's in there, up here, out there. So this then is organic crystals, which needs more crude oil, water, and the plastic. So water is coming in there eventually, isn't it? That's water eventually coming in. So that'll be water. TBD. And that's the output of organic crystals. So this should have an input as well. Where's that? There we go. On there. So the output for organic crystals. Output. They also need, so they need the plastic and more crude oil. They need the plastic, oops, and more crude oil. They need plastic and more crude oil. Plastic, more crude oil. Plastic, more crude oil. Plastic, more crude oil. Now we need to put in some power lads. Is that going to cover? Because you're going to be making titanium crystal, and eventually you'll need titanium as well. Why are you not outputting? Because you don't have water. So we need to put these in. Oh, it's a bit annoying. It's not very attractive. Okay. Where did I put my thing? There's the titanium. If I just sort of, because where can I put pumps? Will you pump them? You will. But not. So you go there. Okay, so that will work there. I can't remember how quickly these operate. So they're quite quick, I think. I don't have a recipe for it, do I? Unless does it sound here? Going at 55 per minute. So it's less than 1 a second. So we may need a couple of 3 of these, but we'll see. To avoid any more belt crossing, if we do that, and then go up there, and we're going to need some power for this. Stack a few on top here. So yes, it doesn't come anywhere close to filling the bell. Why is it not taking? Oh. What? Oh, I've got that wrong, haven't I? Okay, well we can swap this round. I don't think they need a lot of water, do they? Let's redo this. Now we need to redo these as well, don't we, I think? Certainly that one. So the organic crystal now. I better put faster ones on. In fact, we might need level 3s. The organic crystal now is going to come out of there. And that now is water. Is that quick enough? Because it only needs one, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, that's quick enough. What about you? You're getting access to some organic crystals eventually? Yeah, eventually. So, we need a level 2 on there. Level 1 like that. But we need... I'm doing that as well. So these need to input from the water line. They need to output from the organic crystal line. And you need... Should that be a level 2? It should probably be a level 2, shouldn't it? That to there. And I've forgotten that one. Okay. Are you getting organic crystals? You're getting some. Is everyone outputting? Everyone is outputting. Everyone's working. Okay, so we need to take this over here somewhere. And how best are we going to do that? We should really, I guess, output here. Is that too close? I think that's going to be too close, isn't it? No, it's fine. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do, because really this wants to come in there. Let's say I've foolishly put in a power line. In fact, why don't I put it there? And maybe there. Right, so this is really needs to come in here and be loaded in like this. The question is, how do I want to arrange this to achieve that? I could just spaghetti around, really. I don't know that I need anything too spectacular. And we could just do that. Come down. Go around there. Go around there. Might give me an opportunity actually to put a storage in. I don't know if I need organic titanium crystals for anything in particular. But we might as well store a few of them. Just in case. Because these aren't, as I said before, these aren't operating at 1-to-1 parity with how fast we can make them, and the times given here are the time it takes us to make them. There's a second level of assembler that makes them at speed parity with us. I'm a bit confused as to how these have got power. I gotta admit, because from what I can tell, they're not actually in the power range of these towers, but they seem to be working. So, and let's just have the one stack in case it does need something. And here we go. Here is yellow science being made for the first time. Output here. How big are? Ooh. Yeah, got a thing there. And you're now getting yellow cubes in. Let's get them all filled up. I mean, we're at the 2-hour mark, I think, for the stream, so I would normally end here. What I could do is I could bugger off to the planet again and grab whatever titanium we've got and come back. What I normally do at this stage is basically do a whole load of runs to the other planet, fill up, as much storage as I can. Because what we can do, we can set going now that we've got the we get a bit of a good old-fashioned virtuous circle, basically, because we can upgrade the mecha core, yeah, and our speed and our inventory capacity, upgrade our bots, all with the yellow, increase our solar cell. Oh no, that's not for us, is it? That's for the Dyson stuff. But the sort of cargo capacity is useful to do, and also we can start these. You see, we can, by the time we even get to having, unlocking the research, we can have got the bots to be, and I think this isn't intentional. I wonder if this may become a balance thing, because basically before we even research the technology to do, planetary logistics systems and interplanetary, we can have upgraded our bots so that they're not OP, but mega transporters, so that you don't need as many bots. So to me, I think there's a balancing issue there, in that you can easily get these well upgraded before you even do them, if you see what I mean, and that doesn't seem right to me. You would expect the upgrades, and I suppose it's because you can make the yellow science before because the logistics is only dependent on red and blue, but yeah, you can upgrade their speed, you see, all the way up to 3 and capacity up to 4. Yeah, so we can't do the purple ones, but that gives us, I mean, these each give us, is it 10? No, that's 5, that's 5, that's 5, and then 100 for the interplanetary ones, and then that's 10, and this is 10 again, but we can't do that one because we need purple. We can also make them 20 plus 20 plus 30 plus 30. So that's, yeah, a big boost to them before we even start really using them. So we will set some of our research going. But so what you can also do is, what I was trying to say there, is you can boost your capacity, your inventory capacity, using the titanium. You know, you're doing the research to increase your capacity that will enable you to carry more titanium. So you can get a good stack of titanium ready, and I say then do these researches, finish this off, and you know, it only requires yellow, and sort of start building them. Now we will hit another issue in that in order to build these we need much more advanced technologies, but you know, we're gonna have like 2 of those, yeah. So we don't need too much of the old. I mean, that's reinforced titanium, high strength titanium. But see, it's only yellow science. But we're going to have to do a whole thing where we set up our planet, build stuff on planet, so that we've got all the materials we need in order to then, you know, set up this system. And then once it's going, it's self-sustaining. I've probably not explained that very well, but I know what I'm talking about, even if nobody else does. Right, so we will get some of these going. The frame, the capacity, and then... Oh, that's a purple one, okay. We can do that one though, can't we? Yeah, let's do the frame speed. Capacity again. Can I do that? No. I can do that, can't I? Okay, so that's our mech super upgraded. Oh, well, we could do the speeds as well. Or that one speed anyway. So that'll upgrade our mech so that we are a much more efficient use of our time to you know, back and forth titanium. So what I was going to say is I could back and forth that titanium, you know, so that we are kind of ready to go, or we've got enough stored up in order to do all of those researches and upgrades. And I might as well do that now. So that's full. Probably not making. Are we making it at the right sort of speed? I don't think we are, because this is only 0.75. I might actually chuck a couple more on, because we got the stuff for it. So we might as well build some more. See, he's not powered. I don't understand what it's doing with the Tesla towers. So pop that over there. And right, so we need the input of that one. That one, and an input of that one, and you connect? No, that one. So that's to try and compensate a bit for the fact that we aren't, you know, producing them at 1.0. I think these were on at 1.0. In a sense, but most of what they make you can't actually make. Am I not? Oh, I'm not putting anything in that plastics one. Cool. Okay, so we will head over to our sort of production area, if I don't forget where it is. Actually, that's... Oh, I've forgotten where the power was again. That's not power, is it? That's our normal stuff. Down here. This looks like power. So let's top up Mechie Boy. Okay. And again I will dump a load of our stuff so that we're nice and light for our transport. I'm not going to lay the solar. I will literally just be going back and forth between, you know, home and whatever. So I might as well put it all in. I could put some more stuff in that chest, couldn't I? Is there anything worth putting in that chest? We could put some more of them, some of them. Maybe if we take a stack. That's not a stack, is it? A few of these just so that we've got a bit more over there. Oops, wrong one. Wait, yeah, don't really need them because it's all fine. Maybe them. And I don't think we left that many smelters over there, did we? So we'll fly over with these. Okay. Oops. And let's find. Where's Aruaga for? There it is. So let's blast over here. Whoops. Yeah, so I might as well just say back and forth this a bit. I can actually have a look at my. I'm guessing absolutely nobody's been watching, as per usual. Let's have a look at my analytics. Yep, absolutely no viewers. Brilliant. Oh well. It's not why I'm doing it, but as I say, it kind of proves a point, I think. Oh, I don't think I've heard this chat track before. Let's blast a bit more up. Whoops, going completely the wrong direction because I'm pressing the wrong key. And we will slow down. So you do have to be quite careful because so if you're going too quick, it won't actually land you on the planet. Land is a figurative term. See if we can get over to this tower and charge up a bit. So, where did I put that chest of stuff? Here it is. It's a chest of stuff. So how many solar panels have I got now? So I've got, oh yeah, 40, 60, 80, 100. So that's like 400 and maybe 500. Okay. So put them in there. We could leave a stack of carbon here actually. Yeah, so it's a load of stuff for when we do come back and start making things. Oh, what I might actually do is increase the stack size of the 3, 4. And there. Okay. Oh, don't know why I did that. Oh, got that the wrong way around. Okay. Oops. Okay. So, should we take all of them? And... oh, that's it, okay. Okay, so let's head straight back. And accelerate. Oh, is that? No, that's one of our neighbouring solar systems. Oh, going exactly the wrong way. I wasn't fully charged there, was I? Should have waited to fully charge. I can probably get away with a bit more. Luckily the planet's fairly close. Yeah, I should have waited to fully charge then, because now I can only go relatively slowly. Oh, they're about to get a bit of a boost from one of our upgrades. Mecha Core level 3. Max core energy plus 400 megajoules. Okay. So basically that's increased our maximum, battery size, the bottom yellow line there. Yeah, I really like this game. It's good fun. As I say, it does need, I think I've said this in every stream I've done, it does need a few quality of life improvements, but nothing sort of major that, is beyond the wit of man, as it were, or woman. And some of them, there's clear ways of doing them established in either Satisfactory or Factorio. Designs for them to sort of follow, as it were, to give us a few more quality of life things. But generally speaking, it's a really rounded thing. It's quite, from what I can tell, I've not got there. I'm kind of getting to that phase of my test map. It gets a bit grindy, trying to get all of the material you need for your Dyson Sphere. And I'm not entirely sure whether the intention is, because in episode 1 we got a star map that showed us multiple star systems, and I don't know if the intention is to put a Dyson Sphere around all of them, or whether you're just meant to do, one, and that gives you enough power and whatever to do your, because the idea is that those white power things, that white research things, are sort of the end goal, and I think they require a lot of power to make, basically. I think that's the idea. And the Dyson Sphere is your power source, basically. I think that's the idea. So let's just crash land on our planet somewhere. There we go. Oh no, we entered orbit there. Entered flight mode. So it's a bit random whether it allows that or not. Where's our research area? Do I need some more? Oh, I can't. I thought it was. Oh, I can. Cool. Okay. So where are we going? We are going over there. See, these really help you find, where you're going. And it looks like we're stacking up yellow, so we could probably add some more labs. And where's our box? Here's our box. There we go, so that's one full. Bit of a next one. Let's charge up properly this time. Have I got any nearby? Oh, there we go. There's a one. So what we could do is we could add on... Oh, I can't because I haven't got my stuff, have I? I was going to say I could add on an extra lab. But, or two. But I have not got the labs on me. In fact, oh no, I haven't got them either. I'd say I could set up a mock because these stack, and you can have like a sort of a chain of them together, and it charges you from all of them. But of course, I can't put any more down because they're all in some chest over on the other side of the planet. Oh well. You're probably not. The flaw in that upgrade thing with the thing is probably something to do with you're probably not meant to just ferry stuff back manually. But as I say, you get such a large inventory, it sort of seems a bit pointless not to, in a sense. Right, we're probably close enough, so let's go and... I guess it's probably in this direction. Oops. Where are we going? There? Is that it there? Oh, that's a good guess. See, if I'd let it charge up before, we could have done this as well. That's our maximum speed at the moment. You can increase the speed. I'm not sure that isn't when it talks about. So in the research tree, when it's talking about the solar sail, 150-second solar sail life. That must mean us as well, because I know it's to do with the actual, Dyson Swarm, Dyson Sphere objects. I know they have solar sails on them, but it must benefit us as well, because it's meant to be divided up, the research tree, into chunks. So this is your mecha itself, and this is I don't quite know why they've separated that, but that's like your ability to determine what resources are on the different areas. So this is in all planetary systems, 6 light years, our planetary system, our planet. So it's just going up. So why it isn't part of the mech? Because it's purely meant to be some scanning system on the mech. But yeah, so that's the universe. This is the mech itself and the associated drones and all that sort of stuff. And then this is meant to be your sort of building capabilities. I better not be flying past the planet. I better have, haven't I? Have we flown past? We have as well. It's so easy to do that. Yeah, that sort of second lot is meant to be your capability to build the mech, basically. To build things, to do your Dyson Sphere, all that sort of stuff. And the solar sail life is in that group. So my assumption is it's mostly about the Dyson Swarm objects, but I'm pretty sure it must benefit the mech as well, because on my testing save I can go at 1,300, I think it is, meters per second, whereas I can only get up to 1,000 here. So it must do both. Right, so we'll charge up with the carbon as well. Actually, we've got one right next to us there, so I can get that and top ourselves up. In fact, it's probably enough to fill us. Nope. So if we've gone, it's too far away, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Just just quickly nip over. Grab them. Oops. Yep, so that's us full again. Actually, we might have burnt enough. Yeah. So I can take another stack. I was not stood in the charging range. Actually, we probably have... Where's... Have I got... I probably have, haven't I? Have I got some charging things? I have. So, let's put down a few more. In fact, if I take them as well... 1, 2, 3, 4. And put them next to the titanium thing over on the other planet, then that'll make this whole process a bit quicker. So pop that there, put that there, put that there. So you see it now, whoop, you know, straight up basically. Fill that up again. So once that hits it again, we'll head back home again. So it's relatively quick. It's not, and I don't know if that's because I've, in a sense, over improved my mech compared to where I'm probably meant to be. So there you go, capped at 1,000. Yeah, so have I got time? Yeah, I got time. Yeah, so these are all meant to be like, well, I mean, research speed. You know, that's related to our mining things. These are our drones. Those are the inserters. You know, our ability to. So these are all meant to be. It's almost like your quality of life improvements in a sense. But I say that I'm pretty sure these are more directly meant to be related to the old Dyson Sphere itself. Oops. Okay. Whereas the top set are related to the mech. Too far now, so let's hit the brakes. A bit. So you do bounce off if you hit it too hard, too fast. Let's see if we can insert again. No, not really. Where's our research area? Going the right way? No, I'm going exactly the wrong way. There they are. I prefer to just get on the planet and then find it rather than try and, you know, specifically get to the right place. Having, let's say, bounced off quite a lot of atmospheres. Right, so if we fill these in first, and then if I build a little too close, and then what, there. Charges me up super quick. You can do even more. You can do like, I think you can actually get 10 in, but you have to do them in a circle and it's a bit of a pain to do. 700 mod. So let's stick them in. How far off are we? So we've got sort of 2-ish. So probably do want 2 more trips really, unless this is going to complete in time. I think I'd need to boost the number of labs before that happens. Okay. And up we go. Whoops. There you go. Nearly crashed into the planet again. Where's me? Where are we? Am I going the opposite direction? Where's... Let's go in... let's call the... Ah, there we go. I think I'll do one back and forth, because then we'll have sort of 3 containers worth really, and I'll call it a day then. And that should hopefully, so each one contains about 500, I think. No, 5,000, sorry. So that should give us, and each one makes 1, doesn't it? Oh no, it's 3. Okay. So got 15,000. That should give us about 5,000 yellow cubes, which should certainly get us all those upgrades. Okay. And we should then be able to... I might have to do a couple more trips in order to do all the logistics bot upgrades. No. I'm sure there's probably a knack to that. Mechanical frame level 4, +1 mech speed. You obtain faster move speed. So next one's the inventory. Should have done that. Oh, flown right past it. Should have done inventory space first, I think. Okay. So where's our tower? Here we go. Get ourselves charged up. And grab what's in there. So it's only really doing a line, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Nearly there. Cool. Off that way. So it doesn't take too long to do a round trip. It's like 10 minutes or so, 5 or 10 minutes. Depends where your planets are in your orbit, of course, because they can be right the way around, you know, opposite sides. But yeah, you don't have to. I say it's not Kerbal Space Program. You don't have to, try and do proper orbital mechanics and insertions and all that sort of stuff. It just lets you go straight there and crash in. But as I say, you can actually do slingshots, so you can actually go around and it will speed you up. You can get over your sort of maximum speed. But the benefit it gets you is quite small. So that's that up there. Iota number 1 is a fire planet. That's like a very much heavy sort of in mineral resources, basically, but no water on it at all. Don't think they have oil. It's slightly weird if you think about it, this planet having oil on it, but there being no life. Because of course oil is basically a hydrocarbon, and it's only made. I mean, it has life. It's got trees, but I mean, there's no living animals or anything like that. Hey, managed to get that right then. Or at least we can't see any. We surely would be able to see, that sort of life. I guess there could be fish. Right, well, I think we'll call that a day there. I might just quickly do another one afterwards so that we're full, but I'll probably wait until this is finished and then just go and do that. But otherwise we'll call that a stream there. Been a fairly long one. Started a bit earlier. As per usual, if anyone watches this on playback, I'd appreciate a comment. Tell me if you learned anything. Tell me how I'm doing it all wrong. But yeah, if you learned something, maybe drop a like or leave me a comment. But otherwise, I will continue this Thursday. Probably same sort of time, early afternoon, mid afternoon here in the UK. So yeah, until then, yeah, don't think there's anything else. I need to continue my Crash Storio stream at some point as well. I say I couldn't face doing anything at the weekend. It was I don't know, it was bizarre. But yeah, I need to do that at some point as well. But I think during the week I'll keep doing these Dyson Sphere ones. Maybe try Twitch on Friday or something. Maybe see if I can work out how to do Twitch. I think I have to have lots of things exploding all over the screen if I do Twitch, and bits and subs and all sorts of stuff I just don't understand as an old person. But yeah, so yeah, if you've been watching, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.